Okay, so good day. I'm Jefferson Garo, and today we are going to uh, do a activity on NetAd, okay, which is entitled Fast Activity is just an operating system. Okay, so hard scenario. Imagine that you're employed as an engineer for a car manufacturing system. The company is currently working on a new car model. This model will have selected functions that can be controlled by the driver giving specific voice commands. Okay, so functions are light, swipers, radio, telephone set, air conditioning, and ignition. Okay, so it said here that we are going to set some voice commands, okay, on our functions here. So let's do it. So first is the for the lights. Okay, so I think the best option or the best command here at the our lights is enable light or disable light, and um turn on lights or turn off lights, or lights on lights off. Okay, so we have three choices. So next is wipers. Can be wipers off and wipers on. Also enable wipers and disable wipers. Third one is radio. So radio on, radio off. Okay, enable radio and disable radio. Next is telephone set. So we can set here enable telephone, okay, or disable telephone, uh, on telephone, off telephone, I think. So second to the last is air conditioning. So we can just shorten this as aircon. So we can set the voice command enable aircon or disable aircon, and also turn turn aircon on and aircon off, I think. So lastly is ignition. So enable ignition, disable ignition, or ignition on and ignition off. So here we have reflection. How can devices set of voice commands assist in operating a vehicle? How could these same commands be used on a computer or computer operating system? And devices set of voice command assist. How can devices as a voice command assist in operating a vehicle? Okay. So with the voice commands that we set earlier, okay, we managed to control the function of this 1 2 3 4 5 6 of these 6 functions. Okay, so if you're gonna uh, turn this all on, okay, you're gonna just set lights on, wipers on, enable wipers. Okay, so how could these same commands be used on a computer or network operating system? Okay, so as what I have learned here in chapter 2, okay, we also use commands but not voice commands. Okay, we use line of commands on our CLI or command line interface. Okay, so there we can use shortened words. Okay, for example, is configure terminal command. We can use conf t or config t. Okay, or we can use conf t then tab. Config t tab to complete the command. Okay, so when using commands using these commands, it can be easy for us to configure such devices like our intermediate devices like router, switches, and devices like PCs and servers. Okay, for example. Okay, so with these commands, okay, the we can configure them, and the shorter the command, okay, the easy it is easy for us to remember it. Okay, so we don't need to remember the whole thing. We just need to know what commands will be used. Okay, what are the commands that we will use on our configuration, and then we can just guess, or I think like show running config. We can just type show run, okay, or show run then tab. Okay, So I think that's it for this activity.